Hey guys! Today we're going to discuss my results with the Amiro radiofrequency and EMS device over 30 days. 30 days, pretty quick. I'm sure as I continue to use this, there'll be even better results. We're going to see before and after pictures and everything. If you did not see my previous video about this, which I will link somewhere up here, that's describing what this does and we're just gonna do a little recap. So this is radio frequency, which gets down into deeper layers of the skin to tighten and lift and smooth out lines as well. I did see some line smoothing also, but mainly I found some lifting and tightening, which a lot of people want. Hey, I did see better results than my ultrasound, my HIFU one, mainly because I didn't get to try that for very long because it broke. It can be used more frequently than ultrasound, and it also has EMS, which I was using the lower one to plump up and work the muscles here without the lines, developing from facial expressions. So yes, I really do recommend this, and there's a discount code they gave me down below. I actually do think it's worth it. It does have the red light as well, which I think is not bright enough to really do much. But worth the shot, you guys. Check out the rest of the video to see the results. And I'm going to show you the increments 3 different times during the month, and you can maybe look at my face and see if you see a difference. But I do have before and after pictures at the end. Well made. So it's been about 10 days since I've been using the Amiro radio frequency. I don't really use the EMS because it's just too jumpy. My mini HIFU isn't working anymore, and it was very cheap, so maybe that's why. I lent it to my friend so I could see how it's working with different skins, and she's trying it first try, and it stopped working. Because it's not working, I'm just using the radio frequency, which radio frequency you can use more frequently. So they're saying 1 to 3 times a week. So I'm doing every 3rd day. It's been about 10 days. I also got coronavirus, you guys. It was a mild case. I was just doing some computer work, and I was like, am I sinking in here? So my fears started creeping in. I think maybe I was just sick. And even though it was a very mild case, maybe it was just looking a little ill. So I don't think that's this. I do think maybe I'm noticing a little more slim, a little snatched in cheeks a little bit more under here, because that is where I'm focusing, is here and here. I'm still a little scared to do too much here. I don't know. My cheeks just feel less voluminous at the moment, but I think I'm just getting over my sickness. So that's what's going on. This area is not diminishing in fat. It gets a little smoother, and just the heat, I feel like, is tightening in. Ultrasound, you're supposed to use less frequently. So I was hoping to keep doing that, just ultrasound, but now I'm just doing radio frequency. We're seeing how that goes. So we're just gonna continue with our 30-day trial. Stay tuned. Do like how elegant this is. And it's hefty. It definitely feels heavier and more substantial, and is more expensive than the mini HIFU I got. I just got a knockoff that was not worth it. I don't know. Stay tuned for the next bit. So I've been using the Amiro about 16, 17 days now. And one thing I'm noticing is that I feel like this under part, because I've been focusing under there, is pulling in more, which is really nice. So it's feeling less flabby and jowly. And sometimes I feel like I'm seeing my halos a little more, because I am going on there. I don't think that's happening. I think it's really just the angle. But if you're concerned about that, I would focus under here, because it's definitely pulling this tissue in. And that's what I'm hoping for under here, is that it's just kind of bringing it up. I don't want it to melt under here. And that's probably just my fears happening. But also it feels smoother along here, this line here. And I want, when I smile, these to be a little bit more lifted out. That'd be nice. I do think it's firming up here. I feel like my eyelids are lifting up a little bit more. But this is the most stark. It's right along the jowls, if you will. And right in. And I should probably focus a little bit more on this line here. Now it's danger just walking by. Yeah, so far so good. So I'm using the EMS as well, just to plump this up. And I'm just drawing around here, the lowest setting, because I can't handle higher EMS. And it just, feels like it plumps this area up a little bit more. So far so good. I think it's worth it. I have to charge it every night. I've been using it about every 3rd night, and you definitely have to charge it. So I've been using it. You're not supposed to use it for more than 30 minutes, and maybe I am when I'm doing it, and maybe that's why the charge ends. But at one point I was not charging it, and I had a very short session because it wasn't charged enough. It uses a lot of energy. It kind of heats up a little bit, so it's definitely having an effect. I do the EMS. I do it just on the lowest setting. Long hold, and then you quick to the bottom, and then if it has one dot there, it's in the lowest setting. And I don't have any moisture on my face, just like oil, so I can't really feel it. You have to have some moisture on your face so you can feel it. If you hold it, it's gonna burn. It burns. It's an intense, you know, it's effective. So you kind of try and go as slow as possible it's about as slow as I can go, because I have held it too long, and like, oops, because I'm doing other things while I'm doing this, because I'm impatient. But the slower you go, I'm just gliding up, the better. So far so good. So this is the end of the month with the Amiro, and I am experiencing a difference. The most significant difference, I feel like, is along here. It feels more defined and like lifted, which is really nice. Like it feels more just pulled in, and a little bit here too. Maybe here too, actually. Like when I'm smiling, like it's not like it feels a little bit more lifted. This line is like, I wanted more there, but maybe in due time. I don't know. I definitely feel a difference, but this is way more stark. Like the pulling up under here and in here. It's like this was lifted, you know. I was definitely doing like more work around here towards the end of the month, like this past week and a half, than under here, just because I was getting like paranoid, basically, probably, about it going in more, you know, because I don't like the sunken, you know. If you have bags though, actually, I remember my husband got this treatment. We were in Mexico. It was like, well, might as well try it. And the esthetician was like saying that he should do radio frequency. I think that's the first encounter. Yeah, besides people emailing me freaking out about the derma, you know, they probably did the med spa where they had to do with the derma needle, right? I already established that. Anyways, and it really smoothed out under here. So if you have any bag type thing under here, this will really smooth it out and make it look more even. Because sometimes, you know, if you have any, sometimes if you have like more of a fold right here, you know what I'm saying? Like this is more, it doesn't have to be all the way down sagging bag, but it could just be like more tissue on the under eye, basically. That's what I'm saying. Like you could use this around there and it'll smooth it out more. So anyways, towards the end of the month, I was focusing more on like just smoothing around here, you know, up, hoping that would like tighten and lift so that when I'm doing, so I have less crow's feet happening. And I think is the case. Like it's lifting up here a little bit more. Anyway, so it's definitely worth it in my opinion. It has the EMS, which I did use a little bit, but mainly I used the radio frequency because, you know, my mini haifu broke. This heats up. It heats up a lot. So it's working the tissue. And like I said, you can't leave it in one spot. Yeah, it's different. I feel like it's lifting here. Like do you guys see a difference? See a difference? Down in the description, links to the Amiro and the code. And I don't think the gel is worth it. I think that this device is worth it though. I love that it's portable. There's no cords, okay? I'm definitely into the non-cords right now. My cords are getting annoying. I'm like, no big deal, but it makes you use it more frequently, which is important to get results. And I like that it's just this charger, you know, this, I don't remember what that's called, but it's convenient. Convenience is key to frequency, isn't it? So yeah, what do you guys think? I also was doing a lot of work like in here, you know, it was pleasant. This isn't like intense EMS. It's good. Although I'm on the lower levels because I'm still a baby with EMS, you guys. Worth it. Definitely worth it. They said they were going to give me a code down in the description. You can see that I have more of a lift along the jowl line here. Around the corners of my mouth are more lifted. My eyebrow is more lifted and tight around my crow's feet. I even feel like there's a texture difference. Everything's more lifted and toned. One thing I noticed is that the battery dies more readily than using a lot of energy, which you would need to heat the tissues and to be effective. Red light therapy here, it says that it's has that, but that's not enough. I don't think you need like a full face red light therapy happening, in my opinion. So that's it, guys. Go check out the Amiro and enjoy yourselves. Ciao.